Making this video just to kind of explain the production and writing behind my song Loser. Just was released August 2nd, and we're stoked. Me and my writing partner Ryan are stoked. It got on Spotify's all new punk playlist, and it got on New and Alternative for Apple Music, and it got picked up by some radio stations in like Cleveland and other spots. I don't know. It was cool. We didn't have a huge budget for this one, but it is the biggest budget we've had lately. But like, I work my day job's in music industry, and I'm painfully aware my budget is like marginal at best. So anyways, the story behind writing this song was Ryan was up visiting from Nashville, and we'd been kind of like, the way our trips have been working lately, and we did, the last one we did was almost a year ago now. Typically I write a bunch of songs, and then we write like maybe one together, and Loser was the one that we wrote together. And we didn't record it when he was up here, but we sat in the backyard, and I was playing this guitar actually, just totally unplugged in like I am right now, and we were just kind of like, I don't really know how we came up on the chords, but we were just looking for something that was like simple, really catchy, hits kind of like, we're like looking to like rock harder, cause we tried the like mid indie kind of thing, and it's not really us, so I think heavier is better moving forward, but not like like we still like melodic heavy, but not like pretty melodic, like still grungy. I don't know how to describe it. It's grungy, pop punk, indie. Like, it's pretty accessible if you like rock music. Anyways, we were just deciding, like, we were trying to describe someone who's just having a bad night. And then the chorus is just kind of like, this is like a common thing. He has a bad night pretty regularly. And I just remember leaving and being so stoked on like the songwriting. I was like, I gotta cut this right now. And so I did. I went into Logic and I just fucking started chomping. Like, we already had the form down, so that was super easy. I think maybe not the guitar solo part. We didn't have like a bridge, but I was just like chorus with a guitar solo essentially. And Ryan was really encouraging me to like work on my slide playing, and it was coming out really well on some of these other songs that are yet to be released but will eventually be released, like Self-Destruct, and I don't know, Self-Destruct actually might be one of the only ones. But I'm not the most thorough Pro Tools user. Like, I typically just set the tempo. I don't like change the track colors or anything, even though, as you can see, there's 27 tracks. And so what I do is this is a pretty typical one vocal in the middle, two vocals on the side, and then they're all labeled lead vocals, but the three bottom lead vocals are harmonies, and they're just kind of panned off to the side. And then I guess there's one that I said Barry, but I also remember going to Nashville and cutting another one, and maybe that's the same one. I'm at a party, don't know anybody here. Standing in the corner, got my hands on, but there's nothing. So, just arrangement wise, it's actually just bass on the choruses. There's no bass in the verses, just to like leave space and make the choruses like punch harder. So you can really hear it. See, it gets so small for the verses. And then another thing to like make it more interesting is the slide. Hits now. See? Oh, that's a different one. Hold on. And then there's a different take for the solos. We left that in too. And then it just kind of trails off, but yeah, totally. And then the last chorus, we just added some like octave guitars, an octave even higher, the regular kind of chompy guitar, then some like kind of Nirvana grungy-esque, like with like the flanger on it. I'm holding this really close to my face, I'm sorry. So I can't find my slide, which is bad because I have a gig later and I need it for one of the songs. But the slide, I mean, so the chords are just with the G sharp only being in the chorus, and the slide part just follows, you know. And then the fun part on the slide is really that, like, when it goes from like up here, because it kind of sounds like the roller coaster and the whole thing repeats, and that's really cool. And I'm not gonna break my bass out for this video because I'm lazy, but one of the things that like I really dug, so we ended up replacing this. Ryan bought a really nice Fender P bass, and I have a Fender P, but his is just like newer, and like mine maybe needs some like inlay work and stuff like that. But something I really liked was, and I just didn't think I was gonna be able to recreate it, because we run a, when we recut bass, we run it, you know, into his DAW, into his Apollo, whatever, and I just had this tone, it was just fat, distorted bass, and and I was doing these slides from C sharp all the way down to E that are just like, if you crank it, you'll hear it. It's just like really woozy and sick, and yeah. Anyways, I'm just kind of talking about my song. You know, it's a pretty standard arrangement. You know, verse, chorus, guitar solo, mini verse, 2 choruses out. But I just think the way that like we organize like the arrangement with the hits and the way things come in, it's like it doesn't. It hits as hard as it should in all the right ways. And I'm a big fan of like that style of songwriting anyways. I mean, you know, my favorite band was like Green Day, whatever. And while this is definitely heavier than say Green Day, it's like, also is this actually in the video? There's like a weird line on my screen. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, anyways, I mean, they're like my favorite band, so like, you know, simple songwriting is great with me. To the point, vivid lyrics, simple message, even if it's a questionable message. But it also fucking, like, the song rocks, so I'd be much obliged if you absolutely bump Loser.